three teams on this call. We've got Lisa Pastuk's team as Team Balance, that is founded, all the way in Nova Scotia. We've got Emily Robida's team, Lioness Empire, that is on here, and then Ellie Moore's team, the United Empire. So they're dialing in from all over Canada. You've got some French, some English. Everybody understands English, though, and they're excited to jump on this. A few of them were in Mexico, and but most are just ready to finish the month strong. So I'm recording this, Carl. I know we've got just 30 minutes of your time, so I'll toss the baton to you.
You got a little bit more time, but so everybody speaks the language that I'm talking?
Yes, they do. They understand.
All right. So good. Hi, guys. This is super exciting time, and thanks for having me on. And I'm going to talk a little bit slower than I normally do, assuming that not everybody talks that not everybody talks English as fast as I do, but I'm sure you all talk English better than I talk French, which would take us forever. So Arno, the essence of this is the same as we've been doing, right? Here we are, we're finishing April, and I don't know how many people in this group are in my 1x3x5 group, but I just wanted to remind everybody of what you can get. If you're wondering if you should work hard this is the t-shirt that I am buying everybody who's in my group. And what I didn't show anybody, it's got this cool thing, join my team. I suppose we should do that in French, but you could update it with French, but it's got join my team in the back. That's the girls and or the women's, and this is the guys, which is a little bit more male. But so I'm buying that for everybody who has a summit ticket and achieves Success Club in April. So if that is something that is interesting to you, you just need to buy a summit ticket, which will get you invited to my group, and then we're going to learn together. And I was just meeting with Michael Neiman, who said that he really liked the last training that I did, which was a price objection training. And if you're not familiar with the group, and actually the intent of these calls is to try to get everybody focused on what we're doing and the mission of what we're doing, and to remind our coaches just how important that mission is. And I think often we can get so wrapped up in multiple layers of strategy and insecurity that we can lose sight of just how simple this whole thing can be if we just break it down to the very simple behaviors of helping people by literally being visible proof that the product works, which is a little bit what I'm going to talk about today, and always having a challenge group that you're inviting to, and inviting. And so those are sort of the three critical things, and that's what I'm teaching in this group, with certain strategies, obviously, that go into that, including overcoming price objections. And, I've got over here, I've got this exciting little deal, so we'll talk first about, always have a challenge group that you're inviting to. So this is the 2B mindset. We got here this getting started guide. That's kind of thin, but it's cool. It makes it easy. Okay. And then this is the recipe book. And for anybody who knows about the program, that tracking what you do is a big part of it. So particularly until the app comes out. The app comes out in June. So this is important until the app comes out. And then this is right here. This is a companion guide that has all the information that sort of like kind of the notes of what's covered in the 41 videos that will be available when I can't forget this little beauty. This is your water bottle, because drinking water is a major component to her program, to Alana Mulstein's program. So we have this thing coming up in May, and you want to be prepared to invite people to it, because you always want to be inviting to a group. So fundamentals so let me go through these fundamentals that I'd love, if you're taking notes, that you're tracking these fundamentals, and then leave some space, because I'm going to talk about the fundamentals within the fundamentals, okay? So the first one, and they sort of track to the vital behaviors, is I'm trying to think of the order to do them. So let's say be the proof the product works is a critical, fundamental, vital behavior. But being proof the product works, there's something that's unsaid there, and that is you need to be seen to be proof. So this can't be an invisible thing. And I did this little test. I wonder if I can do it here, if I can see enough hands. I can. Okay, cool. So I've got a bunch of people. So I'm going to ask a question, and I'm going to click through this. Are you ready? So get ready to raise your hand or not. Okay. So you ready? I'm looking at you. I see you. So if you think you are a beach body, raise your hand. All right. Let's see him going through. Okay. Very good. See, love your honesty. Now let's, okay, put your hands down. All right. So now let's go through a checklist and see if which things are true. And we'll see if you check all three things. I'm going to ask you again. First one is, I'll ask you to raise your hand. First one is, do you drink the shake consistently every day? Or no, don't raise your hand yet. Not until I'm done. Go through the list. Oh my gosh, you French Canadians, you just want to raise your hands and get started like you're going to win a cup. Okay, so do you drink the shake every day or consistently? Whether it's the Shakeology or Daily Sunshine or Beachbody Performance or even the bars now. So do you do that consistently? Do you are you more conscious about the way you eat? So for me today, I had a bowl of vegetables and quinoa, literally, for lunch. Not my favorite lunch, but it's a part of my routine now that I learned from 2B Mindset, and it's helped me keep at my goal weight. And so I'm more conscious about it. So I can check that box. Can you check that box that you're more conscious about your portions? Used to be, still counted, but like instead of eating the whole pizza, I would just have 2 slices. I used to think you had to eat the whole pizza because it was a circle, so you had to finish it. But then I realized that you're allowed to have slices, like a pie. So I got more conscious, and now I just have a slice or 2, but I can still enjoy pizza. So drink the shake, more conscious about eating, and are you more consistent with fitness? Doesn't mean you have to work out every single day or be a body beast, but if you check all 3 boxes, I'm going to get ready to go look at you. If you check all 3 boxes, raise your hand. Oh, wow. See, look, that's everybody. Now, here's the thing, and this is an important thing. If you raised your hand on the second question, you should have raised your hand on the first question. First off, Beachbody is a made-up word. It doesn't exist. It's not even a thing. We put these 2 words together and created a concept. And I don't know when it became a way to self-judge. Am I a perfect body or not? Do I have a six-pack? Do my tight jeans fit? No, that's not what a beach body is. Again, made-up word. What a beach body is a person who is conscious about their health and wellness, is making conscious decisions on the path. You qualify. And the reason that I raise that, here we are on the phone or on the Zoom, on the conference call, and you could have easily, you're among friends, you could have raised your hand that you're a beach body, and nobody would have judged you, but you were uncomfortable doing so. Like you did this self-assessment, and you said, no, I'm not going to do that. Now imagine for yourself and your coaches who aren't on this call, and by the way, I really appreciate that you're on this call on a Friday night. Like, I'm almost sad for us, but also proud of us that on a Friday night we're all on this call, and you should be out, having a whole pizza. But here we are, and I'll get off soon enough that you can go have fun. But I appreciate you being here on Friday night. But the point is that if you do these three things, you are a beach body. And when we say be the proof the product works, we don't say be a six-pack, be a hard body, be somebody who can flex or who is comfortable in a bikini. Those two things aren't the same. What we're looking for is people who help inspire people to achieve the mission, help people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives. That's the mission. Nowhere in our mission statement does it say, help people look hot in a bikini. So it's an easy thing to market and sell. Certainly that was a lot of the messaging around 80-Day Obsession, but you look at many of the people who did 80-Day Obsession and lost 40 pounds doing the program, and they're probably still not comfortable wearing a bikini this season, but man, do they feel good about themselves, and you can guarantee they would raise their hand and say they're a beach body. They earned that body. So the reason I'm saying that is, we've been making a point. So we did some assessment last year of whose income is going up while the rest of the incomes are going down. Like 2017 was a tough year. And we saw a shift from Facebook to Instagram. And we saw a shift in the mentality of our business. And so we took a look at who's making more money while so many other people, their incomes are going down. And the people who are making more money are the people who were using Instagram stories to be the proof the product works. So if you're writing down these four things, be the proof the product works, underneath that, you've got to put use Instagram stories. And we're going to use Instagram stories. And I'm going to ask you actually before you go out and party tonight or whatever you got planned for your Friday night, that let's say by 4:45 today, if I were to check any of your Instagrams, I want to see an Instagram story post, not a picture, but an actual video where you go in and you, let me see if I can even do this here. So you go in and you see that little thing there. There's that little camera up there, and you would click that on Instagram stories and then turn the camera around. So look, there you are. And I would say so I would post a little story. Hey, you guys, I'm inviting you to, you've seen me do these crazy workouts, my Beachbody workouts, and I'm inviting you to my challenge group that starts on May 2nd. Okay? That was an invite. Send me a message if you're interested. Okay? There you go. That's all I'm asking you to do by 4:45 or 7:45 tonight. That you're going to go into your Instagram and literally just dive in the deep end and do an invite, because you're being proof the product works. And now I want you to invite people. So and that invite needs to be where people are paying attention. And they're paying attention on Instagram stories. And I want you to be inviting to a challenge group, which is the next fundamental. So be the proof the product works, which means you got to be visible, which means you got to use Instagram stories. You can still use Facebook, but Instagram stories, if you want to turn this into a part-time income, that's where you need to be posting. And it needs to be video, because people like to see real stuff. And you need to be, okay, prove the product works, inviting, and you need to have a challenge group that you're inviting to. So right now you can make it up. Like I said, May 2nd, which isn't bad. That's next Wednesday. That doesn't give you a lot of time. What I think a lot of people are doing right now is inviting to this, to Be Mindset. What many coaches are planning right now is to join To Be Mindset on May 2nd, to buy it on May 2nd, so that they can get in Alana's exclusive coach test group and then start a customer group on May 14th. We've seen a lot of teams doing that. So however you want to do it, or if you're comfortable with 21-day fix or shift shop or 80-day obsession, you need to be inviting to something. And you can be inviting to multiple things, but I'd like to see you today that's in a half hour. is to go online and invite people with video. And I know it's going to be hard, but it goes back to what I said at the beginning. I'm not asking you to do this invitation because you're such a hard body, perfect physique. I'm asking you to do that because with 300 million people overweight or obese in North America, we need some people to just take a step forward and be the inspiration and say, join me. I got 50 pounds to lose, or I still have 20 pounds to lose. I'm not a fitness and nutrition expert, but we can do this together. I'm putting a group of people together. I'm looking for my next 3, which, by the way, Success Club. So what is the date? It is the 27th, which means you got today and a couple days. How long does this month go anyway? This is the longest month in the history of months. It goes till the 30th. So you got 3 days that you can, I should know that, over 50 years old. I don't know how many days are in April. There's a thing you do with like your knuckles or something. You're supposed to tell which, I don't know how to do it. But anyway, so you've got 3 days to get 3 people in your next challenge group, and you can make Success Club and get this awesome t-shirt that I will buy you. So what you're going to do today at 4:45 or 7:45 is you're going to go on your Instagram and you're going to say, hey guys, I just got off the phone with the CEO of Beachbody, and he reminded me I got a challenge group and I need 3 people. So send me a message if you'd like to lose 5 to 15 pounds in the next 30 days. And I'll show you how to do it. And if it doesn't work for you, you get your money back. Money back guarantee. Boom. Post it. You're done. You got party. So but you got to do it. And I know a lot of people are like, ooh, I got to do a little video of myself. But you can do it. Like here you are right now. I'm looking at you. You're doing a video. You're not talking, but you could do it right now. You could actually do it while you're listening to me. You could be like, hey, I'm listening to the CEO. He's kind of boring. So I'm just doing a quick invite. I'm looking for 3 people to join my group. We're going to start on May 14th or May 2nd. We're going to do 21-day fix or 2B mindset, whatever you want to talk about. But you do the invite and then see what happens. Now, here's a little trick. You're also going to do a follow-up. So yes, I do have some. So I'm going to show you something that's really cool. So if I go into, this is a post that I did today about the training. But look, so this is my Instagram story. So I went in, let me go back. So I go into my little circle there. See me? There I am. Good looking guy. Just kidding. So there's my little thing. So if I swipe up on that, I see who watched it. Okay, there it is. These are the people. I'll do it again just in case you missed it because a lot of people don't know about this. So there it is. I'm watching my own story. You can't do it on somebody else's story, but you just whoop. And there is who watched. Hey, look, Autumn Calabrese watched my story. So now I can see. Now, if I click on, so here's Robin did it. So now I click on Robin because nobody sent me a message. Let's say that was an invite. Let's say that was my little 7:45 invite. And but nobody volunteered to be in my group. What's up with that? That's rude. Why are they just creeping on me when they saw my invite? I'm just looking for 3 people. Why didn't they say no thank you? Well, here's what I do. I just remember what I did. I'll go back. So I swiped up, and there they are. I click on, there's Robin there, and I'm going to send her a message. And I'll say, hey, Robin, I noticed that you saw me and my invite. I'm looking to lose 10 pounds in the next 30 days. Would you be interested in joining us? And send an invite. And just send a little message, and we start a dialogue. Now, here's the thing. Let's say you do this at 7:45, and 10 people watch it by tomorrow morning. Let's just say that's all. And then you send 10 messages out. Okay, so you message each one of them. One of them unfollows you. How rude. I didn't want to get a message from her, so they unfollow you. Okay, so you got 9 messages still out there. 5 of the people don't respond to your message, but 4 of them do. Now, just go with the math on me here because I'm dealing with very small numbers because I bet you more than 10 people will watch your story. But let's just say it's just 10. 1 unfollows you. 5 don't answer you, so you got 4 left. So 4 respond and go, no thanks, or it's kind of interesting. What are we talking about? Blah, blah, blah. And actually, of the 4, let's say you get 2 of them to say, I'm kind of interesting. I'm kind of interested. What are you talking about? And then you find out what their goal is. So we started at 10, 1 unfollowed, 5 didn't respond, 4 did, 2 said no right away, and 2 said interesting. So those 2, you go back and forth, you find out what their goal is, and you say this. Now, this is really important. Let me send you a share a cart so that you know what I'm talking about. Now, are you familiar with the share a cart function in the back office? If you're not, there are videos on the champions page describing this. There's a video in my 1x3x5 group. Whoever your team leader is can show you what that is, because I'm sure they've used it, because we've had over. Now, check this out. So let's say, again, 10 messages out, 5 or 6 basically were no-goes, 4 maybe, 2 went away. I had 2 left. Here's the thing. On those 2 left, if you send them both a share a cart, we have had literally tens of thousands of people do share a carts. So statistically, we know what the odds are, and this is going to blow you away. 55% of the share a carts being sent to prospects who know enough, who have a goal, who you have a real dialogue with, 55% of them are converting to actual sales. 55%. That means on that invite you do tonight, if you got the guts to follow through and do it, little invite, hey, it's Carl. I was on with the CEO, and he said I should do this invite, so I wanted you to know about my challenge group that starts on May 2nd. I'm looking for 3 people, so send me a message, and I'll get back to you with some information. My goal is to lose 5 to 15 pounds. Boom, post it. Okay, 10 goes down, 2, send out 2 share carts. It is very likely that one of those 2, based on the averages, will turn into a challenge pack sale. Now, let's say that those averages don't happen perfect math. Those 2 might not do it. But if you do that invite every day, 1 invite a day, you get those 10 views. Imagine selling averaging 1 challenge pack a day to get a new person into your group who you, as a superhero of health and fitness, are going to help inspire those people, because you're a beach body on your journey to get healthy and fit. Imagine what an amazing feeling that would be. Both, obviously, financially, it's going to be good. But what's most important is you're now changing lives. You're influencing lives, not by being some svelte, fantastic beach body, but by being a person who's on the journey that people can relate with. They can relate to. Now, I know what else you're thinking. You're thinking, well, Carl, that's just crazy, because I know what's going to happen when I send those 2 share carts out. Those people are going to message me back and say, well, this is way more expensive than I expected. Who would pay $130 for a bag of powder called Shakeology? And that's when you pick up the phone or you voice message them. It's important that you use your voice and you handle that objection, because, and I know that many people have this reaction where once that price objection comes, you freeze. Hey, that price objection, no, I'm screwed. You can't have that reaction ever again in your life. You're not allowed to, because if you know it's going to come, you have to be prepared to handle it. And this is what we know. And you got to listen to this, and you got to tattoo it on the inside of your earlobes, that what we do, including this fantastic, amazing formulation that helps feed the 40 trillion cells in your body and helps build your energy and keep you regular and help you lose weight, and this $7,000 of fitness content from world-class trainers that streams right into your house, and nutrition plans that combined with the fitness helps you get results, and support from a coach who's going to help me get results, is like an outrageous deal for $300 or $200, but they can get it for as little as $160 and then $130 a month for Shakeology after that. It is an incredible deal, and you have to go into it knowing that once you do that share a cart, it is very likely, it's okay if you go, I know it's going to happen. They're going to have this. They're going to have this reaction to the price, and I hope they do, because if they react to the price, that means they're interested. If they don't react at all, then they're not interested at all. But if they react to the price, and this is what I did in the recent training that Kim Carver and I did in my 1x3x5 group, the first question you ask is that the only thing standing in the way of you starting this health and fitness journey? Is it price? Because sometimes you might find out that they used price when really they're afraid of failing, or or whatever it is that might come up. You might find out that it's actually not price. So you let them give you the full objection, and then you challenge it and just say, is that for real? And then once you know that, if they say, yep, that's it, I want to lose these 5 to 15 pounds in the next 30 days. And if I could just get it for less, or if I understood why it is so expensive, then I would do this. Then you're there because you know it's worth the money. And you get to talk about, look, you pay more for a gym, you pay more for a nutritionist. This is not just some protein powder. This is going to feed your body better than just about any salad you could put together. And it's the one thing you can do every day that's going to be good for you. But I'm not trying to convince you. What I need to do is to try to get you started so that you can feel it for yourself. So what I'm promising you is that if you start this with me, there's only 2 possible outcomes from this conversation. Now remember who we're talking to here. We're talking to one of the 2 people that we sent the share card to, who said that they weren't sure about price. So then you give them this assurance. There's only 2 possible outcomes from this conversation if you buy today. One is, turns out it's not worth it to you. You don't want to work out at home. My support is not helping you, or you don't like the shake. If that is the outcome, then we're going to get you your money back, okay? That's one of the possible outcomes, is that we get you your money back. So you tried it, it didn't work, but I think it's going to work, but at least we'll get you your money back. And the other outcome is it does work for you. You feel amazing, and you feel like I feel. And that is, I can't believe this costs so little. When I've tried things like expensive treadmills and expensive gyms and expensive diet foods, and they never work for me, and here's one that's working and feels good. The shake is making me feel great. It is giving me more energy. Like, those are the only 2 possible outcomes, because I don't want you to walk around and say, oh, I tried that Beachbody thing, but all they wanted was my money, and I didn't get my money back, and it didn't work for me. I don't want you on social media with that. So I'm going to be the one that helps you get your money back if you're not happy. Or you're going to be a walking billboard for my business because it works. And I want to have a before and after of you and how amazing you look, because I want to see you lose this 5 to 15 pounds in the next 30 days. Those are the only 2 possible outcomes from this conversation. Now, this is when you got to be good. You got to practice this, because then one of those 2 people, let's say by averages, is going to go, you know what? I'm going to do this with you. You seem like an awesome person. And I like the fact that you want to lose 20 pounds and I want to lose 20 pounds, and we're going to do it together. So I like the idea of this. You don't hang up the phone. You don't stop the conversation and say, okay, go do it and let me know. You don't let them go, let me think about it. You go, what if they say, if it's a let me think about it answer, you say, what do you got to think about? I want to help you. I'm not trying to convince you. I want to help you, but I got to get you out of your own head. My job as a coach is to get you to start and then to help you succeed. What do you need to think about? If it turns out they want to think about it, that's fine, but then you follow up. But let's say they go, you know what? You're right. I'm going to do it en français. And then you say, okay, let's do this thing. And then you say, okay, right now, open up that cart that I sent you. Put me on speakerphone. Let's open up that cart and let me walk you through it. That is a critical step. Each one of these is a critical step that you just remember and you walk them through. And a person just joined your group from this thing that you're going to do now in 14 minutes. You're going to do this invite on Instagram. You're going to say, I was just talking to the CEO. I'm starting this challenge group. My goal is to lose 5 to 15 pounds. I'm starting it on May 2nd. I'm looking for 3 people to join me. Send me a message down there if you do it, and I'll get back to you with some information. All right, send me information. Boom, post it. Then you're going to swipe up, look who watched, send them all a message, or maybe you'll get lucky and they'll message you back and say they're interested in talking because you're just looking for 3 people. And then you're going to find those people. You're going to go back and forth, find out what their goal is, share a cart with them, follow up. When they talk about the price objection, you're going to be like, yeah, got a price objection. I can handle that because this is the best deal in health and fitness. So you're going to feel good about it now instead of getting in a cold sweat because you're like, price objection. You're not going to worry about it anymore. You're going to feel good about the price objection because that means they care. And you're going to answer it, and you're going to reassure them with the money-back guarantee. And you're going to get somebody started. Or you're not, but you're going to get better. Just like working out. The more you do this, Instagram story, swipe up, follow up, send them a message. They give you a price objection. You answer it. Money-back guarantee. Get them to the order. The more you do this little sort of best practices or this little offer ping pong with them, the better you're going to be at it. You're going to build muscles, and you're going to get over fear of doing Instagram stories. You're going to get over fear of sending people a message. You're going to get over fear of handling the price objection. You're going to get over fear of asking people to start, because that's what a coach does. What are these 4 things you're getting over? Fear, 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 fear. You got to get over fear if you want to be a great coach. Because all these fears are just silly. Being afraid to talk to your Instagram people who are following you, just get on there and do it, man. You're doing it in 12 minutes, by the way. You're going to get on there, invite 3 people, 5 to 15 pounds, next 30 days, send me a message. No fear. And then when they don't go, you swipe up, no fear to send them a message and say, I saw that you saw my Instagram story. I'm inviting you personally because I'm looking for 3 people to do it. No fear. Come on. We're going to change some lives together this weekend. And then when they give you the price objection, no cold sweat, no fear. You're going to be like, this is the best deal ever. Look at this stuff. See, I got all the stuff. I got all of the product right there. And it is all worth it. And you get all that fitness and one of these bags of Shakeology for $160, and we're feeding people. They're feeding their bodies better than they've been fed in decades. And people have a real problem with being, constipation and not being regular. And digestion is a real problem out there. Nobody talks about it. But we're helping them with this thing and helping them lose weight and helping them curb their cravings so they're not eating all this sugary stuff. This is what you do. I need you to get rid of all this fear so that then you get over the fear of Instagram, fear of messaging, fear of price objection, and fear of asking for the order, and then you're going to get success. Now, here's the thing I know about you. Particularly, I'm assuming, French-Canadian, because I'm married to one of you. And you have the ability to get over fear about as easily and as well as anybody I know. It's the reason that you win the cup every year. So like you get things done. So I'm asking you now to not just do it because there's a cup on the other side of it. I'm asking you to do it because there's a person on the other side of it that you can help. Where all these other network marketing opportunities out there, I just don't believe in them the way I believe in what we do. What I believe in is that every time you get a success club point, they say every time a bell rings, an angel gets their wings. Well, I think every time somebody gets a success club point, you get little angel wings because you've done something amazing to move somebody to influence their health when the world is just used to. I mean, potato chips are the #1 snack in the world. How did that happen? So now we have these snack bars that have the ability to change the snack game, and we're going to take down chips. That's what we do. We're helping people still enjoy life, but not doesn't have to be in a bag of chips. I don't know anybody that felt better, that finished a bag of chips and were like, oh man, do I feel good. No, they're like, people, they're like, oh, why did I have to do that? They're licking their fingers. No, we're going to get them out of the chip habit. We're going to help them change their lives and make some better choices. That's a good investment for them. So you're going to be the proof the product works. You're going to stand up for yourself because you are a beach body, and you're going to go forth. You're going to, in the next 8 minutes, you're going to get your phone. Oh, you're sweating now. You're like, oh, is he really going to make me? Is he going to? I really should just stay here and wait for you to hold your phone up to see if you actually do it. But I see you with your phone. I see, I'm you. I see you with your phone, and you're doing it. So get ready. She's got it ready. Make sure that thing is charged, because you got to be supercharged for there it is. It's on the charger. All right, good. Very good. Stay good. You all got it. So that's happening in 8 minutes. So proof the product works because you're a beach body. Yes, you are. And no more fear about getting out there and inviting people with video, because you've got to be inviting to a specific challenge group starting on a specific date. Always have a challenge group that you're inviting to, and no more fear about the price objection. Let's think about this. Let's think about what we've been doing now for the last, call it 35 minutes, about just what changed in your perspective about this business. That for a second here, the clouds lifted over this feeling or the lack of belief that you weren't good enough to invite somebody. So that just somehow, in this little phone call, that got swept away. Don't let those clouds roll back in. You do need to have belief in yourself, because I'm telling you right now, this company was formed on the basis that regular people with real issues who are overcoming the hurdles of life are beachbody. You cannot let that go. And being proof the product works does not mean being a hard body. It means that you are putting it out there that this concept of peer support and a comprehensive solution of fitness, nutrition, and peer support can help people get results. So that fog rolled out. And the other fog that rolled out is that you can't handle the price objection. No more fear about this stuff, and no more fear about walking somebody through the share card, getting them to that order. Like for right now, this little 40-minute conversation, all that stuff got swept away, and we're in this sort of heaven-like, there's no resistance, no headwinds, perfection, that we're all living in this vacuum right now. But I'm telling you that as soon as you click leave meeting, it is still there. It doesn't all come rolling back in on you. All that fear is not welcome anymore. You just need to now take these facts of you are a beach body. You don't have to fear inviting people on Instagram. You don't have to fear overcoming the price objection, and you don't have to fear asking them for the order. Now you can just be like, what's the big deal? You're going to ask them in 5 minutes. You're going to ask them, and then you're going to swipe up and you're going to send them a message. And by doing that, and if you can commit to do that for the next 4 days, because we got, today is one, and then you got the last 3 days in April, I would be very surprised, literally, if you did just what I said. And maybe you can post this call somewhere so you can review it if you want, if they're recording it. I don't know. But if you do this, like if you really did this for the next 4 days, and you're posting video of yourself doing your workouts and your shake and all that stuff, I would be very surprised that you didn't get 3 people to join your challenge group by the end of the day, April 30th. I'd be very surprised if that didn't come true. But you need to follow the steps and be like that person that doesn't let the fear roll back in. But it's a Friday night. People aren't expecting you to do an invite tonight. That's what's going to be so surprising. We're going to catch them by surprise. So it's like surprise night. 4 minutes until go time. You getting ready? You don't even have to change your shirt. The one lady, you're driving, so you be careful. You just pull over and do your little invite, but you're going to do it. And then you're going to see in like a few hours, you'll sweep up and see who looked at it. Ooh, do I send them a message? What do I do? And you're going to do it. And then you're going to strike up conversations, find out what their goals are. And you're like, oh, I'm being a coach right now. And then come end of April, you will have achieved Success Club. And I hope you have a summit ticket so that I can buy you a t-shirt. And it's not the company buying you a t-shirt. I'm telling you, I pay personally for these shirts. Company pays for the shipping and handling, but I pay for the shirt. So it's true because it wasn't in the budget. And I said, I'm doing it anyway. So that's what I really wanted to say tonight. I'm excited for everybody to be a part of 2B Mindset when all this stuff comes out. A couple of details that you might not be aware of with this. This is like separate from, it's housed inside Beachbody On Demand, but it's a separate charge. It's not like a recurring thing. Once you buy this, you own it forever. So it's like it's going to be on what we call a nutrition tab within Beachbody On Demand. You don't have to have a membership to Beachbody On Demand to get access to it. You just have to have bought this. So this is kind of like a return to the DVD days in a way of thinking. The app will become available in June, but you can still do the program and learn all the stuff starting May 2nd. I hope you do take advantage of that because we got a lot of people to help, and some of them don't want to work out. Some of them just need to solve their food problem. So I hope that you learn about this so that you can help people solve their food problem, and then maybe they'll decide to work out in the future. But all right, so we got 2 minutes to go until you get on your phone. So I'm going to let you get started and sort of warm up whatever exercises you got to do because it's happening. I see you, Emily. And so it's on. It's on here. So I think that's it. I don't know if we lost Arnold. He's probably off to dinner by now.
No, I'm here.
All right. So that's it, buddy. We got to let them get to work.
Okay. Well, Emily, I wanted to just thank you as well as Ellie and Lisa. I think we've got 2 minutes. So unless you have anything else, let's go make it a great evening. Thank you, Carl, for your time. And let's rock it. 4 days to end the month strong.
I'm gonna be watching. I'm looking for your stories. So get them, do them. You'll be done by 4:47. It's 15 seconds long, and just do it a couple times. Just do it till you like it. But you'll be done by 4:47, and then you're like, "Woo! I did it." So just go for it. I hope I see them. I'm gonna be looking.
We'll be practicing your French. We'll tag you, and you'll see us in French.
That is great. Tag me, and I will watch them in French, and I'll get a little tip here or there. By the way, Isabel sends her love and appreciation. She asked if she could get on the call, and I said, if you do, you will totally confuse me. So I wouldn't let her.
Thank you so much for taking the time. Very appreciate your generosity, and I think everybody's just fired up. So let's get to work, people.
Good. Thanks. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Carl.
Thank you.